Hey guys, this is Gopi back with another video. In this video, we are going to discuss about the last class type, which is nothing but partial. As name implies, it's a partial class. It's a kind of incomplete class. Don't get confused with the partial class with the abstract class. Abstract class is actually an incomplete class. This we are creating two different classes with the same name. Let me demonstrate that. What I do is, let me going to create one more class with same name. Now you can see that I'm getting error. The namespace intro already contains a definition for my partial. It clearly tells that within the namespace intro, I have one more class with the same name. It is not allowed to have two classes with the same name. That's an issue. If you have a different namespaces, that is fine. Now, there are many different scenarios we may wanted to create partial class. I will explain one scenario, which is nothing but consider you have a designer and you are a developer. Designer will develop the front end UI and you are going to write code for the UI functionality. Now you are having two different developers working on the same page. In this case, we will not wait until the designer complete their work. Okay, it's a kind of a waste of our time. So what we do is, we create two different classes, partial classes. He will be doing all the design related stuff in one partial class. I'll be writing all the logic related things in another partial class. That is where we will be using the partial class. As like any other class type, partial is also a keyword. Let me create partial. Let me rename this class to partial demo and then have partial. Let me duplicate the same. Now you can see that I didn't get any error. Now I have two different class with the same name within the namespace, but I didn't get any error because of the partial keyword. This is fine. How does the build process works? That's where the issue is, right? So when you do the build operation, I triggered build by pressing Ctrl Shift and B. At the time of build, both this class get merged and then build it as a single class. That's how internally it is work. You can see that the build is succeeded. Now let me go ahead and do create two different method into the two different classes. Let me have a public void designer class is the method name. Let me have a designer method and then let me have it console write line. This is from partial demo 1. Let me copy and paste the same method name here. Now you can see I'm getting error. What the error is? Type partial demo already defines a member called designer method with the same parameter type. So this clearly tells that within a class you can have only one member with that name. Now I am having two different members with the same name, which eventually going to throw error, and it does. Now what I do is, let me rename this method to 1 and demo to 2. Okay, both to 2 so that I can avoid the distraction and confusion. Now this is fine. Let me try to create object for the partial class, new object, and now I have access to both the method, design method and then dot design method 2. If I execute by pressing F5, you will be able to see both the console write line get printed in the output screen, because that's how the partial class works. So here you can see that both the line get printed as we expected. That's how partial class works. Partial class let you create two different class with the same name within a namespace. At the time of building, both the class get merged and it will consider as a single class. That's what the partial class does. Now with this, we are come to the end of the video as well as the end of the type of the classes. Here onwards, we will be discussing about the pillars of OOPS. Till then, bye, take care.